Hello everybody, this is Shatrughan Jaiswal from St. Paul Senior Secondary Public School, Salampur, and this video is dedicated to class 12 Commerce. This is the very beginning of the chapter named Company Account Issue of Share, under which you have already understood the things, how many types of shares are, just like equity share and preference share. Preference share are preferred first at the time of disbursement of dividend. At the same time, equity shareholders are the real owner of the company because they have their voting right. And one thing more, equity shareholders bears more risk. In absence of profit, they may not be given any dividend, and whatsoever the dividend given to them, that is after the payment made to the preference shareholders. Here, some basic concept of share capital is elaborated. So, the very first share capital is known as authorized or nominal or registered share capital or capital. Authorized, nominal and registered all are same. So, don't be confused when you are asked to explain authorized share capital or nominal share capital or registered share capital. They all are same. So, this is the capital for which the company is authorized to issue in the lifespan of the company. Means the company has got the permission from ROC, registrar of company, and at the same time is SEBI, Security and Exchange Board of India. So suppose that 50,000 for rupees 10 crore, the company is authorized to issue its share in the unit of rupees 10. Means the face value of this share is rupees 10. And the total value of the authorized share capital or nominal share capital or registered share capital is rupees 10 crore. Means the number of shares comes to 1 crore. 1 crore number of shares, each valued, each has the face value of rupees 10. The total value comes to rupees 10 crore. So for that 10 crore, the company is authorized or nominated or registered to issue, but in the total lifespan of the company. In between, if the company has completed the target of rupees 10 crore, the company has already issued. Next time, if the company wants to issue some fresh new share, company cannot issue any share until or unless the company has not got the permission from the ROC, registrar of company, and at the same time, Security and Exchange Board of India. So, that is for which the company nominated or registered. And issue capital is the part of that authorized capital which is issued to the public which the company offers to the public in prospectus. So that is called the issued capital or issued share capital. Out of this, subscribed capital. Subscribed capital is the part of that issued capital which is applied by the shareholders. It may be equal to issued, it may not be equal to issued capital because it is not easy to maintain the exact number of shares that has been offered by the company and the same number of shares is applied by the applicant. It is not possible. So the subscribed capital may be less than the issued share capital or maybe more than the issued share capital. In case if the subscription received by the company more than the issued share capital, that is called oversubscription. In case the subscription received by the company from the applicant and that is less than the issued capital, that is called undersubscription. One thing more, let me make you understand. If the total subscription received by the company from the applicant is below 90% of the total issued share capital, the company cannot issue a single share in the name of the applicant, and company is bound to return that money within 8 days from the closure of the final list of the application within 8 days to the applicant. Otherwise, the company has to pay an interest at the rate of 15% per annum for the delayed period from that last 8th days. So, you need to keep in your mind that in case the subscription received from the applicant is below 90% of the issued capital, company cannot issue a single share to any of the applicant, and company has to refund the total application money to the applicants within the 8 days from the closure of the application receipt. And after that 8 days, if company refunding the money, the company has to pay an interest at the rate of 18% per annum for the delayed period. So that is what subscribed capital. Subscribed capital is the money that is received by the company against the applications. Next, called up capital. So the total value of share means the face value of share may be 10, 50, 20 or 100. So the company generally asked to pay its applicant in part or in installment of over a certain period of time, so that they may not be felt any pressure on them, and they may apply for the shares, number of shares whatsoever they want to apply. So carnal capital, suppose that the total value of a share, means face value of share is rupees 10, out of which company asked to pay rupees 3 on application, rupees 4 on allotment, and rupees 2 on first call, rupees 2 on first call, and rupees 1 on second and final call. So total comes to rupees 10. 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 10. So out of these 4 installments, the company asked to pay this one. It is must, because this is the application amount. After that, the allotment, or next, after 1 month or 2 months, or after 45 days, there must be some span of time, so that the applicant may feel comfortability towards the payment. And the first call is called by the company, so that is called up capital. 3 plus 4 plus 2 is equal to 9 is only called up capital. And for 1 crore shares, number of 1 crore shares means 9 crore is only called up out of 10 crore, because rupees 1, the second and final call has not been made by the company. So that is called called up capital. Called up capital means the part of the face value of share up to which the company asked to pay its applicant. Okay, and this is what naturally it is uncalled capital, that is not shown here, that is said, that is uncalled capital. The part of the capital which has not been called by the company is called uncalled capital. So go through this particular concept, that the called up capital is the portion of the total face value of a share which is asked to pay to its applicant at the time of making the application, or at the time of different several times. So that is called called up capital. And the part which is not called by the company for the payment, that is uncalled share capital, and that uncalled share capital is considered as reserve capital. This is the only thing, that uncalled share capital is reserve capital, and all types of profit from any kind of sales of asset or anything, that is capital reserve. So you should keep in your mind that the only thing that is called reserve capital is uncalled share capital. The next point is paid up capital. Paid up capital and under subscribed capital, I have cleared one thing: subscription may be more or less. Subscription may be more or less one thing here bifurcated from subscription capital, subscribed and fully paid up capital, subscribed but not fully paid up capital. In case suppose that the portion of shares has been subscribed by the applicant and the total amount of subscription has been received by the company, that is called subscribed and fully paid up capital. Means suppose that the total subscription received by the company is rupees 8 crore whatsoever or 10 crore, and the amount on which the subscriptions have been made has been received in total, that is called subscribed and fully paid up capital. But a condition might be there, that is subscribed but not fully paid up. Suppose that somebody forgot or unable due to any reason, he got trouble to pay in time the amount that he was to pay, and that is called subscribed but not fully paid up capital. So that part which is not fully paid up at the time it ought to be paid, that may be considered in two ways. One thing is known as call in arrear, and you need to know, but let the time come in further video when you will be comfortable, then we would describe it and the numerical on the basis of which might be elaborated. So that is called call in arrears, and if a certain period of time is held to fulfill the requirement, means to pay the arrear, means that is due, that shares would be forfeited by the company, and these conditions are already being mentioned in the prospectus, that if you fail to pay the amount of allotment, first call, second call, like that, in time, in certified time, you would be given some grace time, some additional time, and failing of which your share would be forfeited, and the amount that you have already paid to the company will never be refunded to you. Neither you get any share nor you get your money back. That is called forfeiture of shares. In time to come, we would. So the next is paid up capital. Paid up capital is the amount that is paid by the applicant, and uncalled capital. This is what the uncalled capital which I described at the time of called up capital. That portion which is not called by the company, that is kept as in reserve for the company in time of liquidation or in time of any extra urgency of requirement of money, the company may ask to pay its members or its shareholders to pay that uncalled portion of share capital. Means out of rupees 10, the face value is rupees 10, out of which rupees 7 has been received by the company, only rupees 7 was called by the company in different installment, and the last call for rupees 3, the second and final call of rupees 3 was not asked by the company, so not a single applicant paid that money. So that is treated as uncalled share capital. That capital might be asked to pay to the applicant at the time of its requirement, and ultimately at the time of liquidation of the company, vanish of the company, collapsing of the company. So go through this video, and the next video I want to make you understand how do we prepare the notes of account. So go through this particular point in your book, try your level best to understand your own ideology, and I would explain it in my next video. Thank you. Have a nice day.